Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In here, I want to explain about evaluating argument. To evaluate an argument, you first need to identify the problem, point of view, and supporting argument. You have to understand what the author is saying. You must understand how the author construct and structure argument. Reasoning is derived to namely deductive reasoning, follow from general to specific, and inductive reasoning follows from specific to general or conclusion. Deductive reasoning occurs when general principles are used to reach specific conclusion. The conclusion leads to evidence or data reasons. Deductive reasoning is used when the writer starts with a general statement. Science use deductive reasoning to prove a generality by conducting different experiments. This might be called a top-down approach. One of the most common types of deductive reasoning is called a syllogism. The syllogism is the basic step. Inductive reasoning occurs when specific information leads to general conclusion, evidence, data, or support make the conclusion research logically. This will be the type of reasoning used by the jury to pass a judgment on the defendant quality or innocent. Beyond a reasonable doubt, this type of reasoning might be called bottom-up approach. This is the most common form reasoning. There are some tips though to quickly recognize deductive and inductive reasons. Deductive reason is cross when conclusion lead to proof of support. General principle are used to reach specific conclusion. Inductive reasons occurs when evidence or support leads to a possible conclusion through a logical process. Specific supporting points lead to the generality. Next is the conclusion and evaluation of arguments. The purpose of an argument is to persuade the reader to accept the author's point of view. As a critical reader, you must consider who the author is aiming to read. The first step in evaluating an argument is to identify the component of the argument or map the argument. Well, this mapping involves: number one, identify the problem; number two, identify the author's point of view on the problem; number three, identify supporting arguments; number four, identify the type of support used to persuade the reader. Now, after determining the components of the argument, you need to evaluate the argument as whole. You must know whether the author's point of view is sufficiently supported by the evidence provided, and even argument is an argument when whose point of view is proven by supporting arguments. When the supporting argument is complete, credible, and consistent with the point of view, you judge the argument to be reasonable. On the other hand, an argument doesn't make sense if the supported are trustworthy or if it doesn't fit the author's point of view. Some arguments are strong arguments. A reasonable argument that is incomplete, unreliable, and inconsistent is called weak argument. To see errors is reasoning in argument, you need to map the argument first, and you need to evaluate the reason in the argument. Okay, that's all for my explain about the evaluating argument. Thank you. The last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.